The training to be a Jedi is long and serious. They go from younglings to Padawan, to Jedi Knight, to Master, listening to the Force, learning, and helping people along the way. The training to be a Sith is nothing like that. For Darth Maul, the terrifying nightmare and murderer of Qui-Gon Jinn, there was no peace learning how to be who he was. Only pain. Born on Dathomir, stolen as a baby from his mother by a dark force not seen by the galaxy in centuries. The 3-year-old Maul woke up in a dark metal cell. "Kill!" a voice screamed. The metal walls fell down to the ground. Silver droids aimed blasters at them. "Ah!" the boy screamed. Maul jumped down as the droids fired. They missed their first shot. He looked wildly for something he could use, something that would protect him. "Kill!" The droids fired at him again. The blaster hit Maul in the shoulder, shooting right through his little body. "Ugh!" "Kill!" The pain was too much. Maul bled onto the silver floor. The droids loomed over him, pointing their blasters at his face. "Kill!" There was no escaping now. Maul felt it then. He could die. Utter, absolute terror. He screamed, "Ah!" The droids shot back, smashing against the walls of the cell. Dead. He looked at his hands. How did he do that? Hush. A man in a dark cloak loomed over him. "It's over now." He took the little boy Maul by the hand and led him down a silver hallway. "How many survived?" the Dark Lord asked. Maul looked down. "I don't..." "Not you, young one." "3, sir," a mechanical voice boomed. "Bring them to me." Doors in the hallway opened at all sides. Maul gasped. The silver droids were dragging the body of a girl into another room. She looked like she was sleeping, but her body was covered in red holes. "Yes, she died," the Dark Lord said. "But that doesn't matter, young one. They were weak. You are strong." Maul didn't feel strong. He was alone. The girl was full of holes, sleeping, but she wouldn't wake up. Maul stood next to the 2 others who survived the test, in a metal dining hall. "I am in need of a new apprentice," the Dark Lord said. "I went far and wide through the whole galaxy to find 10 of you, but only you 3 showed promise in the dark side." Maul looked to his left and right. The 2 other kids, 1 boy, 1 girl, humans, both of them. He was the only Night Brother. He was conscious of his horns, his yellow eyes. The Dark Lord smiled. "There's nothing to be afraid of. The strongest of you will win, and the others of you will die." Maul thought about the girl being dragged away by the droids. He could be like that. He could die. He thought about sleeping and never waking up. He shuddered. The Dark Lord trained the children on his ship, making them drill forms with sticks day and night. They barely had time to sleep and eat, their every need taken care of by silver droids. The same droids that almost killed them earlier. They trained in deep space. Maul would often look out at the stars. He missed his mother. "You have done well," the Dark Lord said. The 3 of them sat, in dark robes now, at his feet. He never told them his name. The only thing they called him was Master. "But the rule of 2 exists for a reason. I can only have 1 apprentice. Soon we will lose 1 of you. Then the other 2 will fight." Maul clenched his hand into a fist. Every night, he had nightmares of the girl getting dragged away. Every time he went to sleep, he prayed he would wake up. The children weren't allowed to speak to each other at mealtimes. The Dark Lord didn't eat with them. They ate in silence. Still, Maul looked at the girl. She smiled and stuck her tongue out at him. They looked at the other boy at the table, older than them. He ate his food mechanically, with a dark look on his face. Maul could tell he had nightmares too. The girl looked at him with fear. 3 months later, the Dark Lord stood at a cliff overlooking a waterfall. The water flew off the edge. Maul looked out to see where the water was landing, but it was too deep below. "I will only take 2 of you back. Push someone off. Work together if you must." The kids looked at each other. Was this real? For a moment, no one did anything. Then the boy grabbed the girl and started carrying her to the edge. If she fell, Maul thought about the girl full of holes. No! Maul screamed. He tugged on the boy's shirt, but the boy was bigger and stronger. Good, the Dark Lord smiled. Help me! The girl screamed. Maul took a step back from the boy and jumped, grabbing onto the boy's knee. Ugh! He let go of the girl and grabbed at Maul's horns. Maul tried to back away, but the boy pushed his head off the edge of the cliff, then fumbled, pushing at his back. Maul screamed. The waterfall had no bottom. It was blackness all the way down. No! The girl pulled on the boy, but it was no use. Maul was going to die. The boy's eyes lit yellow. I will be Master's apprentice. Maul grabbed a rock. Ugh! Chunk. The boy clattered to the ground, then fell off the edge of the water, bleeding from his head. Maul gasped. The girl had killed him. In the boy's eyes was the same sleepiness, the same nothingness. Maul threw up off the edge of the waterfall. The Dark Lord started training them for real then. Hours and hours of meditation, fighting droids, sparring with each other. You must never show yourselves, Darth Sidious would say to them. You must never reveal. Trust in the dark side of the Force. They learned secrets about the way the world works, the Force, the Jedi, and they got their names, Darth Maul and Darth Coven. They were forbidden to speak, but at night, Maul would go into Coven's room. They would play fight with wooden sticks and talk about the worlds they would conquer as Sith Lords. As they got older, sometimes Coven would sense Maul needed her with the Force. She would come into Maul's room when he had a nightmare. She would hold him, and he would think about the dead girl. He was terrified to sleep, terrified he would never wake up. As they trained and grew up, they kept wondering, when will the Dark Lord pick his apprentice? When will they have to kill each other? 13 years later, Maul and Coven raced through the canyon. I'm faster, he laughed. You wish, Coven said. They were pushing off the walls of the canyon not with their muscles, which were honed and sharp with hard training, but with the Force, the dark side, which made them flow with passion and anger. Master Sidious had told them he'd meet them today, on the other side of the planet. They had been here for 6 months, killing monsters. A giant beast made of purple muscle stuck its head out of the canyon. Should we kill it? Coven said. Maul grinned. Yes. They drew their lightsabers. Coven carried 2 lightsabers with curved hilts, and Maul carried a double-ended saber. The creature screamed out and smashed above them, causing a rock slide. Maul gasped. He reached out with his hand, putting out Force energy. Too slow, Coven said. She screamed and pulled hard on the rocks at the top of the cliff, causing a rock slide. See you at the top, Maul grit his teeth. The creature was running from the rock slide now, but Maul screamed in rage. He force jumped up the falling rocks, using his saber to slice through a massive boulder, and exhaled. Coven pulled herself onto the top of the rock face. Too slow, Maul laughed. He tried not to look at the creature below, crushed by the rock slide. The creature's lifeless eyes, asleep, forever. It was him or the creature, right? The two of them sat on the top of the rock, looking over the red canyon. Coven's face darkened. They saw it, then. Darth Sidious's ship, coming in from the horizon. Maul touched Coven's arm. He just wants to train us. No, Maul. It has to be today. Maul bristled. We can't kill him. It's him or us, Maul. He made a mistake, keeping us alive this long. The rule of 2 means we have to— Darth Sidious doesn't make mistakes, Maul said. We're not strong enough. The ship landed. They felt his presence in the Force. Coven sighed. So I'm just gonna kill you then? Is that it? After everything? After all those nights? Maul tensed. No, but are you a Jedi? Maul thought about the girl's lifeless eyes so long ago. Maul stood up and put his hand out. He pulled Coven to her feet. Maul kissed her. She kissed him back. The Jedi forbid attachment. I don't, she giggled. Maul swallowed his fear. If we don't kill him, she said, he'll kill us. Sidious was waiting for them at the base of his ship. Maul felt the dark side stronger then, pressing in on his skull. Darth Maul. Darth Coven. They bowed. Master, they said in unison. Maul looked over at Coven. Would they kill him now, or wait? Show me your forms, Sidious said. Maul took a step back. But our practice sticks are on the other side of the mountain. Do we— No, with your sabers. On each other. Maul looked at Coven. They ignited their sabers and got into training position. Maul's double-ended saber at Coven's neck. Coven's sabers on either side of his face. Begin. They went into action, moving through their kata at breakneck speed. They'd never practiced saber forms with their sabers ignited before. They executed perfectly. Maul's saber didn't even cut a hair off of Coven's head. They had been training nonstop. But still, it was a nightmare. Any slip, and she could die. All the while, Sidious's yellow eyes glowed. He watched them. When they were done with their kata, the two of them were dripping in sweat. Coven, you're too slow. Maul, your knowledge of the dark side is weak and embarrassing. He smiled, a wicked smile. If you want your little plan to work, you're going to have to train harder than that. Maul's eyes flashed. You? Coven looked nervous. Maul, Sidious smiled. That's right. She told me. She plans to betray you, Maul. So are you going to trust her? Or are you going to defend yourself? Kill. Sleep forever. The girl's lifeless eyes. Maul flashed with fear. He ignited his saber. Coven ignited hers. Maul's eyes widened. Coven's two sabers were pointed at Sidious, and Maul's saber ran through her chest. No! Maul screamed. He turned his saber off and tried to save Darth Coven, but she was dying. Didn't tell him, Coven said. She stopped breathing. Her eyes, the same lifelessness as the creature, as the boy in the waterfall, as the girl dragged away by droids. The thing that valued life, the thing that didn't want to kill, the thing inside Maul broke. Ah! He screamed. He ignited both ends of his saber and charged at Darth Sidious. Sidious's hands exploded in lightning. Maul dropped his saber and fell to the ground, spasming. You betray her, and you try to betray me. Good luck with that, Darth Maul. Maul tried to resist Darth Sidious's lightning, but it was too strong. I knew you were mine the moment you chose to survive. You're strong in the dark side, but you're not a master. You're not even an apprentice. You're dirt on my shoe. Maul flicked in and out of consciousness. He would fight till his last breath. He didn't want to die. The lightning stopped. Darth Sidious ignited his lightsaber, standing over Maul's smoking body. You want to fight me? Go ahead. Do you want to see what's on the other side of death? Sidious's eyes glowed, yellow as suns. What it's like to sleep forever? Maul looked at Coven's body, at his master, standing over him. His lightsaber was right next to him. If he reached out, he could fight. He would win, or he would sleep forever. He wanted to fight. Maul bowed. Sidious smiled with golden eyes. Come, my apprentice. The Force shows me what's in your heart. I will teach you the ways for you to never die. Maul shuddered in fear. Never die? Really? Sidious reached out and hugged Darth Maul. He stroked his head gently, like Darth Maul's mother used to, and smiled. Really? Just do everything I say. And Maul followed him into the shuttle, leaving the girl he loved's body behind.